Hey guys, thank you for tuning in today. Man, what a mess this whole situation is with Nico, and now what we're having to do to kind of have to regroup and find us a new quarterback for 2025. This thing's just a huge mess. I jumped on here a couple days ago and kind of addressed the whole Nico situation, how I thought he was going to be gone, and he is gone. Heupel's kicked him off the team, and for good reason. You can't act like that. And a lot of this is not Nico's fault. I think ultimately some of it's his fault because he should have, at the very minimum, said, you know what, Dad, I'm not going along with this. This is wrong. But I think basically the way that relationship works with him and his dad is his dad kind of tells him what to do, and he handles things. And his dad is screwed up his whole football future, in my opinion. He may be able to rebound and do something, but I think the thing with Nico right now is he's going to probably go to a lesser school. He's going to make less money, and this was a terribly, terribly done situation all the way around by his handlers. He's going to make less money, be on a worse team, and he looks like a fool in the whole process. As a father, your duty is to take care of your son and make sure they have the best chance in life to succeed. And his dad did not do that. So shame on his father. And right now it looks like Tulane and UCLA are kind of what people are talking about. Unless some team comes out of left field that I don't see, I don't think Nico is going to make more than $1.5 million. I mean, that's still better than what I'm making, right? But he was making 2.4 at Tennessee. He was in his third year in the system. He knew the offense. There's no way around this. He's got a bad deal in this whole thing, and it's because of his dad. But that's enough about Nico. Let's talk now about the three QBs that I think Tennessee is going to go after in the portal. Now, I don't think they're in the portal right now. Well, you can't be in the portal right now. It opens up tomorrow. But here's the three QBs that I think Tennessee will go after. The first one's Avery Johnson. Now, I've seen this guy play. He's at Kansas State. I think he's a sophomore or junior. I think he's been the starter now. He has 1 year of being a starter under his belt. Dude's a dynamic runner. He ran for over 600 yards last year. Very exciting. Now, not a great thrower, but man, is he exciting. He's dynamic. I loved watching him play. He led Kansas State to a pretty solid season last year. Good quarterback. I think, honestly, he's even an upgrade over Nico. Rocco Beck out of Iowa State. This dude threw for over I think 3,000 yards. He had 25 TDs. Let me double check that. Yeah, Rocco threw over 3,500 yards, had 25 TDs. He was really solid last year for Iowa State. I think he's just a sophomore as well. And then you got Sawyer Robinson from Baylor. Now, this dude, he threw for 3,000 yards. He threw for 28 TDs, and he had the seventh highest QBR ranking. So, if you can get any one of those guys, and I think that Tennessee is going to get a lot of interest with the money that they're going to be willing to pay. I think you've got boosters that have been spurned, they're mad, and they want to make a big splash. And guess what? It's hard to turn down that kind of cash. Tennessee, now listen, if you're in that camp that you think Tennessee doesn't need to go out and get a QB too, I think you're dead wrong in this. Tennessee next year cannot go with the two QBs that they have right now on the roster. They're not proven, and you'll get killed in the SEC. We need a guy that's got starting experience playing college football that honestly is a dual threat guy. I'll tell you personally, I like Avery Johnson the best. I've seen this guy play, and he has that it factor. I think he would fit Heupel's offense perfectly as a dual-threat QB. It would just open up their run game more. He needs to work a little bit on his passing, but I think he is a perfect fit for Heupel's offense. But I think when it's all said and done, I think Tennessee is honestly going to come out in this thing ahead. Now, I've seen a lot of outlets talk about how, Tennessee is going to really, really be screwed over. I don't think so. I think Tennessee's actually going to get a better QB when it's all said and done. Now, I will say it hurts that they've not been in the system and they don't know the offense. But listen, look what Hendon Hooker did in 2021. He threw for over 30 TDs in that year, and he was great. And he didn't have much time to prepare. So you can pick up this offense fast, and you can produce results. So I think we upgrade, and I'll just be honest with you, I'm not trying to pile on Nico now that he's gone, but let's be real. Nico was not that great. I think a lot of us were the eternal optimists, and we were just hoping that the next year he would break through and that he would be better and that, he got 1 year under his belt. Nico didn't have it, guys. He had no pocket presence. He was inaccurate all year long. I mean, dude, these are throws that most quarterbacks make. He just couldn't make. I mean, just wide open. He made Joe Milton look accurate. So I think we upgrade in the QB room, and poor Nico, he is going to be hurting, and shame on his handlers for how they handled that whole situation, because I think they've hurt that young man, and I think in the long run it's going to cost him a lot of money, because this was his draft year. He was going to come out this year, hopefully, at the minimum, if he'd had a good year at Tennessee, being a third-round pick, made millions of dollars, but now I think they have screwed that all up. If he goes to UCLA, they have no offensive line. If you go to Tulane, you're not even playing in a Big Four conference. No, Tulane I think is in the Big 12, but I mean not a marquee school, not a good school. I mean, just it's been a poorly handled from Nico and his family and the whole situation. The way they did it in the spring. Now there's no teams that really need a QB for the most part. If he would have come out at the end of the year, there would have been more of a need for a QB. So this whole situation has been handled so terribly by Nico's handlers and how they've done this whole thing. But Tennessee needs to move. They need to move quickly. They need to get the right QB to put in there and get us positioned to compete in the SEC in 2025. But guys, that's all I got, and I'll talk to y'all again soon.